Can you go brain dead and win an event? That's what we'll explore today when Mr. Mac plays bridge. The event in question was the weekly free instant match point tournament, which was played last week, June 16th, 2023. On the first board, I had a Cowan count of 23 and balanced distribution, so I opened one no trump. Partner bid Stayman to ask me for a 4-card major. I showed my spades, and partner closed the auction at 3 no trump. West led the 10 of hearts. That didn't look good. I won with the ace and started diamonds by playing the 9. I played the jack from dummy, and East won with the ace and returned the 3 of spades. I put in the 8 of spades, West covered with the 9, and played another heart. I won this with the queen and played the king of diamonds. Now another diamond, and West popped up with the 10. So the suit broke 3-3. Next I played for a club trick. I led low, East put in the jack, and I won with the ace, and played back the 10. West won with the king of clubs, and played the ace of spades. Then played another club. I cashed the king of hearts and dummy, then the long diamond. I had to lose the last trick to the jack of hearts, so I was down 1. Minus 50 was slightly over average because a few players in my position went down more than 1. Board 2. This is an ugly hand for the system. I'm supposed to open 1 club and rebid 1 spade, but that sounds way too distributional for my taste. In this tournament, any of the other players can have the same point count as me, but none of them can have more. So there was no possibility that partner would turn up with a big hand and take over the auction. So I violated the system and opened my 4-card spade suit. I got away with it. Partner made a 4-card limit raise to 3. In my own system, I could possibly bid 3 no trump to play, but the robots have no sense of humor about that. Once a major suit has been raised, the contract will play in that suit. West led the ace of clubs. Attaboy, defender, I can use help like that. I played low from dummy, and West continued with another club, won by dummy's queen. It was time for a diamond finesse. I played low to the jack. West won with the queen and returned a diamond. I won this with the king and led a spade to dummy's queen. East won and played another helpful card, the ace of hearts, and continued with hearts. I played a low spade to the king and a spade to the jack and the ace of diamonds. At this point, I had taken 6 tricks and I had 3 good cards left in my hand, so I claimed the remainder for 9 tricks, making 3 spades. Plus 140 was worth 71%. All the other South players opened 1 club. A few ended up in 4 spades, but most played in 3, which received much stiffer defense when played from the other side. On board 3, I had a semi-balanced minimum opener. I started with 1 club. Partner responded 1 heart and bid 4 hearts over my rebid of 1 no trump. This last bid has no meaning other than what it says. It simply names the final contract. So I passed. Directions have been reversed. West laid the 8 of spades. The king won in dummy. Then I started hearts from the top, the queen from dummy, then a heart to the king, and then the ace, drawing the last opponent's trump. I went back to spades to see if the suit was going to come in. When I played to the ace, both defenders followed suit, so the suit broke 3-3, and the 7 of spades would stand up for a fourth trick. I continued running all my good trumps, pitching clubs from dummy, hoping that the defenders would pitch diamonds. No, the defenders were pitching lots of clubs, not the ace, though. At the last, I played a diamond to the ace and hoped for rain. I got it, but not enough. I had to give the defenders the last trick, so I ended up with the same 12 tricks that I started with. Bidding 4 hearts and making 6 was dead average. North's bid of 4 hearts seems less than ambitious. Apparently, the robots evaluate strictly on high cards, so there was no chance that North's great playing strength could be brought to bear in the auction. Besides, in the 2/1 system played by the robots, there is no way for responder to make a forcing bid with a good hand including a long suit. In a sensible system, North could rebid a forcing 3 hearts. South could then take over with Blackwood and bid the slam. I started playing just out of high school. One of the older women at the club gave me some good advice. Never let them play 2 hearts. As I'm sure you've heard, never in bridge never means never. It means almost never. My playing experience confirmed what she said. If you can, try to prevent the other side from playing such a profitable contract. If they make it, they score 110, which is more than down 1 vulnerable or down 2 not vulnerable in a contract played by your side. And if they don't make it, you score 50 or 100, which is less than you can make at your own contract. When 2 hearts came around to me, I knew that pass was wrong. The king of hearts was favorably placed for them, so that they would probably make it. I had 2 rational options, 2 no trump and double. The problem with 2 no trump is that it is a full trick overbid. If it doesn't work, you stand a good chance of minus 200, a disaster at match points, since it's more than any part score that the other side might make. So that left double. The issue there is that partner might compete too high, putting you back into minus 200 territory. The advantages are serious. You might be able to buy the bid at 2 spades, where the prospect of loss is low and the prospect of gain is high. And if partner has some real values, you figure to make at least a part score for more than 100 or even a game for more than 600. I doubled. Partner bid 2 spades, which I liked. Oops, East came back in with 3 hearts. I was willing to defend that contract, since I had 1 fewer spade than expected, and scattered values in partner's hand would produce a plus score for us. Surprise! Partner came back in with 3 spades. Against a robot, this was not a bad bid. Against a sneaky human player, it could be real bad, since many responders will raise a weak 2 with fewer than 3 cards in support, which makes intervention by the other side risky. Directions have been reversed. The opening lead was the Jack of Hearts. This won the trick. West now shifted to the jack of clubs, and I had no choice but to finesse the queen, which worked. Next I played a low spade from both hands. East won and continued with the jack of diamonds. I put up the queen. West played low. Next I played a club to the ace and another spade. This time I covered with the king and it lost to the ace. West got out with a club. I ruffed and let a diamond and finessed the 10. Then I played the ace of diamonds. East ruffed with the high queen of spades and West dropped the king. East played the ace of hearts. I ruffed, played a diamond, discarding a heart from dummy, and cross-ruffed the last two tricks. I ended up with 9 tricks, making 3 spades. Plus 140 won all of the match points. It felt good, but not that good. Several South players let them play part score contracts in hearts, which made. A couple of people in 3 spades went down. I guess they didn't get that helpful play of the jack of diamonds. My running total at this point was 71%, so unless something awful happened, I was cruising to victory. Board 5. I had a 20 count with good distribution. East opened one heart on my right, and I was too strong to do anything but double. West raised to 2 hearts, passed around to me, and I still had power to spare, so I doubled again. West kept at it with 3 hearts, and partner found a spade suit at last. After all that huffing and puffing, I wasn't going to go soft and pass now, so I bid 4 spades. Directions have been reversed. The opening lead was the queen of hearts. I played the ace and the king of hearts, discarding a club and a high spade. Next a diamond to the 10 and the jack. Back came another diamond, rough, low, and dummy. The ace of clubs and a club ruff and a diamond ruff high, and the least likely card to get over ruffed, the 7 of hearts. I ruffed this with a low spade. Now ruffed a diamond with my last high trump and played a club and ruffed. Next I had to give up the last 2 tricks, so I played the 10 of spades. They got the last trick with a long spade, so I ended up making 10 tricks, fulfilling the contract of 4 spades. Just bidding and making game was worth 82%. The top scorer went to a player who made 5. Unbelievably, several South players allowed the other side to play in 2 hearts. I guess they were just hung up on needing the perfect shape for a takeout double. On board 6, I opened 1 diamond after East passed his dealer. Partner responded 1 spade, and East came in with a 2 club overcall. I guess it's good to have a singleton in their suit, but it's better to have a singleton in a suit bid on the left, so I bid a quiet 2 spades, not 3. Partner now bid 3 diamonds. Apparently in the 2/1 system, this is a constructive bid. In my own system, it would indicate about an 11 count with only 4 cards and spades and could be passed. But I'm playing their system, not my system, so I advance to game in spades. My robot partner is a hand hog, so directions have been reversed so that I can play the hand. They led the ace of diamonds. That was considerate. Were they setting up a ruff? Then they played the 7 of diamonds. I ran that around to the king, and to prevent any rough messing around, I played the king of spades. Then the queen of spades. Then a trump to the ace. Now I played a club from dummy to set up a ruff. West won and played a low heart. East won with a queen and came back with a considerate diamond. I won with a jack, played the queen of diamonds, discarding a club, and the ace of hearts. Now a heart ruff in my hand. And at this point, I had 8 tricks in the bag. I cross-ruffed the last 2 for a total of 10 tricks, making 4 spades. Bidding and making game brought in 78% of the match points. The top score went to someone who played in 4 spades and made 5. Quite a few players did not see fit to bid game, which accounts for the good match point score for me. On board 7, I had a Cowan count of 22 in balanced distribution, so I opened 1 no trump. Partner invoked the Stayman convention, I showed my spades, and partner placed the contract at 3 no trump. They led the 3 of hearts. I won in my hand with the ace and played spades to see what was going on. First a spade to the ace in dummy, and then a small one back to my hand, and East discarded a diamond. The central problem on this hand was going to be who to play for the queen of clubs. The discard on the second round of spades gave me a strong indication that it was going to be East, because they had more room for clubs in their hand. After I cashed the 3rd heart, I led the ace of clubs. Then the jack of clubs from dummy. East covered with the queen, I won with the king, and the problem was solved. I took 2 more club tricks, so I ended up with 11 tricks total, bid 3 no trump, made 5. Another good board. Many declarers made 5, but a few did not, so I tied with the many and beat the few to score 75% of the match points. On board 8, I had a normal balanced minimum. I opened 1 diamond, and partner made an inverted raise to 2 diamonds. I bid my spade stopper, and partner rebid 2 no trump. Was this forcing? I didn't know, so I went for it with 3 no trump. Oh no! Partner was a passed hand. They can't have enough to make game. I just went brain dead on this one. This was not going to be fun. They led the 5 of clubs, and I made the mistake of playing low from dummy. I should have played the queen, hoping that West had led from the king. Then I made another mistake, playing spades, revealing my situation to the defenders, although I don't think it made that much difference. Finally, I led the jack of diamonds. East won with the king and played the jack of hearts. This was going to get ugly. One of the most painful things in bridge is getting too high in a no-trump contract and watching the defenders run a long suit against you. Then they cashed the king of clubs. Finally, I took some tricks, ending up with 6, 3 down, and 3 no trump. Three down was worth 7% of the match points. I had a fabulous game going until this happened. Would this result take me out of contention? Apparently not. I still ended up with a 65% gain. To get back to the original question, can you go brain dead and still win an event? The answer appears to be yes. but it really depends on when you look. At the time, at the conclusion of the event, the scoreboard showed me in second place. But when I go back and check my history, it shows me in first place. Perhaps something happened between then and now. I do know that if I had been paying attention on board 8, that I would have blown this event away. I can do better. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification icon, and I'll be back next time when Mr. Mac plays bridge.